Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 2019 Calhoun County High School Football Media Day. This is our inaugural year to do this event, and we are excited to host this. My name is Matt Whitaker, and I'm the captain of the Calhoun County Quarterback Club. We have a rich tradition dating back to 1946 of being able to reinvest in our community and help some of these high school athletes with local scholarships to further their education in attending college. Each week in the fall months of typically September and October, we meet on Monday nights and we have a speaker, and we also invite these coaches and these players to come out and talk about their team. Each coach is represented by their school in a player of the week that they choose. So we're super excited about the sponsors that we've had this year that were able to make this event possible. We would like to thank them. They are Anniston Orthopedics, EHT Security, ERA King Real Estate, F&M Bank, Superior Hyundai, Cadillac and GMC, Webb Concrete Building Materials, and also the Anniston Country Club, specifically Stephen Driggers, for helping us out, helping us put this event on. Each team will be allotted 15 minutes. Each player will be allowed to have questions. Each coach will lead us off. So without further ado, now we'll turn it over to Doug Odell with Quarterback Club as well.
Again, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Anniston Country Club for our first inaugural Calhoun County Football Media Days. This has been a long time in the coming. These coaches and players have worked so hard, and we've seen a lot of other counties around us evolve into media days as well. And it was about time for us to have one, and so bear with us. This is the first one we've done. We're going to try to improve it again each year and have these schools here and push their programs. First up on the stage, we have Sachs High School. Sachs competes in 3A, Region 6. Their regional opponents are Weaver, Welborn, Piedmont, Pleasant Valley, Beebe, Comer, Glencoe, and Randolph County. Today, representing Sachs High School, our head football coach, Jonathan Miller. And the players he has brought with him are his senior quarterback, linebacker, Roland Torres, and his senior offensive lineman, Hunter McLeod. Coach Miller, we'll start with your opening comments.
I guess I'll go through and give you guys an idea of what we have returning this season. Offensively, we're going to bring back, of course, Roland, who is going to play quarterback for us. He had an injury last year that cut his season short and really hurt us, as a team, both offensively and defensively. We're glad to have him back. He's going to return on offensive quarterback. Hunter McLeod to my right, offensive lineman. He's the leader of our group up front, along with Trey Bolton, who's a junior, also returner on the O-line. We lost three, really good offensive linemen last year. Really good players for us. The key to our season really is going to be how our younger guys step up and replace those guys. We will be very inexperienced on the O-line, and we hope we get some guys that step up and fill those roles for us. At the skill spots, we're fairly solid on offense. Along with Roland, we have seniors Kyle Getty, Leonte Jones returning. We lost our running back from last year, Jonathan Cobb. Going to replace him with a committee. Trenton Brown, Will Mixon, Ricky Garrett, some young guys will step up and fill those roles for us. Defensively, we return Roland at linebacker, Leonte Jones, Zay Elston in the secondary. Trey Bolton, also a defensive lineman that was like a starter for us last year. So we did, I guess, when I got to thinking about it this morning, we have a lot of new faces that's going to be playing this season, but we're confident in those guys to step up and fill major roles for us moving forward.
Mr. Maynard.
Jonathan, can you? I know you didn't want to talk about it a lot last season, but when it was happening. But can you kind of articulate what losing him meant to last year's team, and then kind of what having him back is going to mean to this year's team?
Well, first of all, and this wouldn't have lasted, but he was averaging 15 yards a carry. So that start with right there, that's pretty significant. And we hadn't played Piedmont and Randolph County and Weaver, some of those guys yet, but he's a really good, versatile football player. Roland can do a lot of things on the field. His best position on offense is probably running back, but he's very intelligent. And we just decided last year to move him to quarterback so he can touch the ball every play and make an impact there. It also hurt losing Roland defensively. He was one of our leading tacklers before he got hurt. So I think for our team's mindset, after he tore his ACL last year, our guys knew that he was a big part of our team. So it took us 2 or 3 weeks to kind of regroup and get back to believing that, hey, we can still do this thing. We ended up making it to the 3rd round, and it just took us a little while to regroup, and we had some guys step up and fill the job at quarterback and being a leader of our offense.
Mr. Muskowitz, if you would, there's a microphone on this table. If we could pass it when you guys ask a question. Thank you.
Roland, following that, how much more drive do you have this year because of what happened last year?
Everything's the same for me, just keeping the same mindset up. Football is football regardless of the injury. The injury's not going to stop me, If it was going to stop me, I wouldn't be here today.
Hunter, can you talk about, Coach talked about all the players that were lost up front. Just tell us, as far as what's coming back, and what I guess people are kind of saying that Zach's may not be as good up front. How motivating is that for you guys? And tell us about that.
We got me and Trey coming back from last year, and we got a bunch of young guys, and we've been working in the weight room. We're just going to try to make the best of it and see what we can do. And then we're going to come out pretty successful this year up front.
Jonathan, you've done this, I think, with some of your quarterbacks in the past, where it's the guy that you need to have touching the ball most, you move from another position. Who does Roland remind you of most in that role? Was it Bell, maybe? Was it the quarterback before him?
I guess we got the idea before last season. We had Jonathan Cobb returning at running back, and he and Roland were our best 2 skill guys. So it just didn't make sense to have one of them sitting on the sideline. So that's why we ended up moving Roland. And I guess as far as Roland goes, he reminds me more of Devin Harris, who was I guess maybe 2014 quarterback. Devin rushed for 2,000 yards his senior season, and I think Roland's got that capability to have a nice season running the football. And he's really improved as a passer, and that's one thing I'm excited about. I think we have some guys we can throw it to that can make plays on the perimeter, and we're going to have to implement that some this year as well.
And then just really wondering, how proud were you that there was not a big collapse after he had gotten hurt, or there maybe would have been some uncertainty? Obviously, you got to the 3rd round, so they picked it up when maybe that might not have happened under some weaker, mentally, emotionally charged
Right.
people.
I think, I can't remember the order of the games, but we played Weaver and Randolph County after that. We hung on and beat Piedmont, and played Weaver and Randolph County. Randolph County were extremely flat, and they were extremely good. So that was a bad combination. They beat us up pretty good at home, and we played them better the 2nd time in round 3. But the Weaver game also, we came out flat for a half, and we had to regroup at halftime because we were 7-0 at halftime, and that was one of the first times I think we've been held scoreless, in a long time in a half of football. So, we had to, playing quality opponents, we had to kind of get back quick, but it did flatten us out for a little while.
Cobb was obviously a big threat too, and how important is it going to be for what he can do in that zone read game you know, to have somebody develop in that role?
It's going to be very important. That's one of the good things about Roland is his intelligence and ability to make the reads in our offense. You know, there's a lot that we put on the quarterback. So, you know, he just needs to make sure that he's making the right read, doing the right thing, and not trying to do too much. But I have 100% confidence in him and what he can do to, you know, get our offense going. And as long as he makes the right decisions, you know, I think we can have a good year offensively.
Coach, talk about the region a little bit. I know at one time last year, I think there were 4 teams from the region that were in the state's top 10. You know, some good football teams wind up staying at home in November from this bunch.
It's easily the best region in 3A North, without a doubt, and possibly the entire state. So it's tough week in and week out. You know, you had some teams last year like Pleasant Valley and Welborn who were not bad football teams at all, but, you know, they were left out of the playoff picture because, you know, they were in such a tough region. A lot of other regions in the state, they'd have made the playoffs. So, you know, you have to regroup every week. You have to refocus and get ready for your next opponent because, you know, there really aren't very many breaks on the schedule.
Roland, just last thing for me, just quickly. We've heard a lot of people talk about you today. Let's hear from you about what your plans and mindset and thought of going into this season is going to be. What do you think about all the stuff they're talking about you?
You know, I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to break records or anything, but that's not my main focus. I'm just focused on the team. You know, the stats will come by themselves. Just focus on winning games and being a difference maker.
Did you miss it the time that you were out all last year? I mean, did you miss not playing?
I missed it every day.
Coach, we were at Talladega County Media Days yesterday, and Coach Easy was really complimentary about Sack's program and what he learned from you. 2 things. Number 1, what are your takes on him taking his first job as a head coach, and then what are your plans outside the ball?
Well, obviously, you know, he was ready. You know, it was just time for him to move on and establish his program, you know, and I'm happy for him to be able to get that opportunity at a good program like Munford, and he'll do a great job there. What's the second question?
Your plans for that side of the ball with him losing offensive coordinator.
Oh, I'm gonna call the plays. Yeah, I just decided that, you know, instead of bringing somebody new in, that I would just take over that.
Wait, so now I have another question. So you're gonna call defense as well?
No.
I know you've done defense before.
I have. I've done it for 12, 13 years, but I'm not going to do both.
Coach, with regards to offense calling plays and this year, the 40-second clock, talk just a little bit about that. What does that mean to your offense, if anything?
It doesn't mean anything. You know, we like to play fast if possible, so that really won't have an impact on us at all. You know, I do like the change, though.
Who will call the defense, and how hard was it for you to give that up?
Well, right now, you know, Coach West Ginn will have a big role on that side of the ball. And it's kind of something that we'll work through during the week, of course, and kind of narrow it down to some things that we want to do defensively. And, you know, I don't look at it as giving it up because I'll still be involved, you know, on that side of the ball too. So, you know, it's been doing it a long time, so it will be a little bit different.
Any further questions? All right, Coach, congratulations on this event, being the first coach to speak at this. Thank you all for your patience. If you'll give us a few minutes, we'll get Oxford or Sachs down and we'll get Oxford up. Thank you again for your attention and great questions. Thank you so much, fellas.